Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you my winter foundation routine. My foundation routine does change between summer and winter, and so should yours, especially in the climate that I live in. I live in Colorado, which is the high desert. It's super dry. I have combination skin. My skin is confused all the time. So I need to change up my skin routine and my foundation routine to kind of keep up with what my skin's trying to do when the weather changes. So right now it's the end of February and it's snowing outside right now, so it's really dry. So what I like to do with my foundation routine is to kind of like help my skin along to not work so hard. So the first step is skincare. If you want your skin to look amazing with makeup on, your skin needs to look amazing without makeup. And to do that, I just recommend investing in a really great skincare line. We have an amazing skincare line called Younique, and it's completely customizable. You take a little quiz and it spits out recommendations for these boosters that go along with each of the products in the skincare line. The cleanser, the serum, the 2 moisturizers, the day and night cream. It is completely customizable to your skin needs at that time. So whenever I order new skincare, I always retake the quiz because I'm never ordering skincare at the same time of year. So it's always great to redo that quiz whenever you're replenishing your skincare. I've already cleansed my skin with our Younique cleanser, and I've added also the serum, which is a lightweight moisturizer. And then I'm gonna go in with the Younique day cream, and mine is almost out. But the boosters that I typically have in this one are the tinting booster, obviously because it's a tinted moisturizer, the pore diminishing booster, and I believe I have, let's see, I have a new one here, oil control booster. So I'm just going to apply this to my face and let it sink in. Okay, if you have extra dry skin, you can go ahead and apply our beauty oil, which is great. When I was pregnant a year and a half ago, the corners of my mouth were just constantly dry. I couldn't get rid of it. So I would apply beauty oil just to the corners of my mouth just to get rid of that dryness. And I started traveling with it, so I actually started putting them in these little like rollerball containers, which are great for travel, but they're also really great for applying it. So I use these now because I love it. And what you do, I'll just do it on the corners of my mouth because it probably still needs it, but just roll it on because typically our beauty oil comes in a container. Actually, here's a picture of it. And it comes in with that dropper, but since I travel so much, this is so much more convenient, and I'm less worried about it breaking. This is also a glass container, but these are awesome. So if you want a travel tip with your skincare, that's great. Okay, so now that beauty oil is applied, let's go over the type of skin that I have. I have combination skin, which means I have oily skin on my T-zone, my nose, and sometimes my chin, but mostly up in the nose and forehead area. This is typically normal to dry, my cheeks, and then there you have it, combination skin. So what I like to use is the Glorious face primer on my skin, and you only need a little bit. This is great for filling in these pores and giving you that China doll look when you apply your foundation. If you're not using primer before your foundation, I highly suggest you start using it. You'll see a huge difference in how your makeup applies and how it stays on your face. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is apply our stick foundation, and I'm mixing colors because I'm in between my vacation shade and my winter shade. So I'm gonna be using the colors Velvet and Khaki together. And then I'm gonna be using a brush to just stipple on the foundation. And I'm just bouncing up and down on my skin because if I were to drag the brush across my skin, I would have those streak marks. So using this stippling motion works best with this foundation and when you're playing with a brush. You can also apply this foundation with a beauty sponge. It also gives you a great finish. Okay, to brighten up the under eye, I'm gonna use our Skin Perfecting Concealer in the color Velour. And I'm just going to apply it with the, what is this? The concealer brush. Just in the corners of my eye. I'm not gonna drag it out. Whoa, this is like really light. All the way, just because I don't want to, especially if you are older, like me, I'm 40, almost 41. And you have these fine lines, I don't want you to drag it all the way out there because I don't want them settling into those fine lines. So just keep it in the center or in the corners of your eye and then to the center of your, to the center under your eye. So I'm just using a damp beauty sponge to blend that out. If you feel like you need more brightening, you can touch the center of your, between your eyebrows and then down your nose and then right here. But I don't like to go crazy, but I do like to keep that brightening in the center of my face. So now we're gonna use the Behold setting powder, and I'm gonna use the powder concealer brush to touch up and set the under eye. And I like to use the small end to get into that crease. And if I don't do this and I skip this step, I find that foundation and concealer will pool in that crease. So it's really important for me to not skip the step and to set that under eye area, especially in that crease that I have going on. And I'll use the powder side. And this powder is great because it has like blurring properties to it. So you really get that airbrushed finish when you set your makeup using this powder. Okay, hit all of the spots that I typically get oily throughout the day. Okay, now we're gonna warm up the face using our beachfront bronzer. I'm in the color Malibu. This is one of my favorite products. As you can see, I'm already hitting pan. It's on its last leg, but this is one of my favorite products to bring dimension to the face, because when you do your foundation, you're basically one color throughout the face, right? And then you're brightening, but then you kind of need a little more to warm it up because it kind of looks dull. This is where bronzer comes in, and I like to contour a little bit with this bronzer, so I'm just gonna apply it on the hollows of my cheeks and then bring it up along my hairline. And some people like to do that 3 motion. It kind of just is really easy to keep track of. And then hit along my jawbone to give it some definition. And you can even use the bronzer to contour your nose with a smaller brush, but I'm going for a more natural look today. So we're gonna skip that step. Okay, so I'm just gonna finish up the skin with some blush. This is in the color Sweet. It's a really soft pink color, and I'm using our beachfront small brush. And I'm just going to start at the hairline and then bring it down on the apples of my cheeks. Just for a really nice, natural blush look. Okay, so now I'm going to set my skin, and I know I haven't done the rest of my makeup, like my eye makeup or my lips, but I really like to set my skin after I do my face, just because I like to have the setting spray sink into the skin, and then once I do the rest of my makeup, I'll set it again. So this is not the original bottle. Like I said, I travel a lot, so anytime I can put something in a smaller bottle, I will. Pretend this is the original packaging for the setting spray. I'll put a picture right here. But I put my setting spray in this brush cleaner bottle, and I have to be careful because it's not labeled. So what I do is I open it up and I smell it first, because our setting spray has a really lovely smell to it, where our brush cleaner doesn't have a smell to it. So that's how I know I'm not putting brush cleaner on my face. But I like to set my face with the setting spray. And I like to have it just sink in while I do the rest of my makeup. So I'm gonna do that now, and I'll be back to wrap up. Okay, so I finished the rest of my makeup, and I've already sprayed the setting spray. I did a no makeup look today. I just have like a gloss on, like a single eyeshadow, some mascara, and I cleaned up my brows. But how does the skin look? So this is my winter foundation routine. I hope you found that helpful. If you need a link to the skincare quiz, it's gonna be in the comments below. If you need a color match, feel free to message me. I'll be happy to help you get the perfect foundation color match for your skin tone. All the products and tools that I used off camera will also be in a link in the comments if you're interested in finding out what I used on the rest of my face. And as always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to hit the notification button, which will let you know whenever I post something new. And I will talk to you on the next video. Have a great day, guys.